CELTIC Symphony, by the Wolfe Tones, has climbed to number 2 in the UK iTunes chart, amid a row over the Irish women's football team singing a pro-IRA song, following their victory over Scotland this week. Players celebrating the victory were filmed singing the chant, "Who are up the Ra," in the Hampden dressing room on Tuesday. UEFA and Police Scotland are investigating the footage, which was circulated on social media, and led to an apology from the Irish FA and the manager and players. Irish football fans hit back at criticism after a Sky Sports presenter asked whether there was a need for education following the backlash. One fan replied to the clip on social media, "Don't talk to us about history." Another added, "This Brit journalist telling an Irish person to educate themselves on history is a joke." Following the media storm, CELTIC Symphony by Dublin band the Wolfe Tones has climbed to number 1 in Ireland and number 2 in the UK iTunes chart. The song, originally released in 1988, celebrated Celtic FC's centenary, and many have been quick to point out the line relates to graffiti at Parkhead reading, "We're magic, up the Celts, who are up the Ra." Speaking to the Irish Times, Wolfe Tones songwriter Brian Warfield said, "What the hell is wrong with IRA? It is the Irish Republican Army. It is the people who put us here and gave us some hope when we had no hope. There were terrible things that happened on both sides, but don't give me the argument that it was one-sided. Don't tell me that you can't sing Celtic Symphony, but you can sing God Save the King. Don't give the argument that Land of Hope and Glory isn't a rebel song. It is. In England, they wear poppies and raise them up to so this and so that for killing for English expansionism, but to kill to gain Ireland's freedom is a terrible crime. Well, that should get the natives wound up today. Let's get back to Celtic news. The Celtic manager, Postecoglou, has successfully instilled an all-for-one and one-for-all ethos at Celtic since being appointed manager last summer, and it shows both on and off the park. During games, the strikers and wingers track back and help out with defensive duties whenever the team is out of possession, and the fullbacks get upfield and complement attacks when they have the ball as well. There is, too, a real togetherness in the squad outside of match days. So it has been no great surprise that nobody has blamed the forwards for the failings up front, which ended their hopes of reaching the Champions League knockout rounds. Cameron Carter-Vickers, the centre-half, who has donned the captain's armband in the absence of the injured Callum McGregor, believes that everyone in the Celtic side, not just Kyogo Furuhashi and Georgios Giakoumakis, must pitch in with goals. He is convinced their domestic and European results will improve if they do. "I don't think it's something we should worry about too much," he said as he looked ahead to the Cinch Premiership match against Hibernian at Parkhead this afternoon. "As long as we are still creating chances, eventually it will turn, and we will start putting them into the back of the net. It is pretty normal throughout the course of a season. You are not going to go for 9 or 10 months when you are scoring 3, 4, 5 goals every game. It is pretty normal, and not too much to worry about." Carter-Vickers added, "It is the responsibility of the team to create the chances and score goals. It is not just on the strikers. Us defenders have to pop up with goals from set pieces, and what have you. Is today the day we play 2 strikers? Postecoglou should go with both strikers in order to make up for the loss for Jota. I do not see it being a problem. Kyogo is an intelligent player, he knows how to play wide. Giakoumakis, I think, gives you something different up front. He is that kind of powerful number 9, he can hold the ball up and bring others into play."